Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about a topic that we often underestimate and don't really actually explore in depth, and that is the topic of neglect. It can show up in our personal spaces and in our professional spaces where we neglect people or we neglect situations for whatever reasons. But the impact of that neglect can be dire. So when it comes to our personal relationships, neglecting our partner or our children or family dynamic can have huge consequences. In our professional space, it could be neglecting our employees or our customers or our suppliers. And over time, when we neglect something or someone, eventually that impact is irreparable damage. In other words, I want you to think of these relationships or these situations as a vegetable garden or a flower garden. If you don't constantly nurture that garden, so in other words, fertilizer, pruning, watering, taken care of and valued and appreciated, eventually it is going to fizzle out and die. And I see this often when it comes to relationships, particularly in our personal spaces, where if you neglect your partner over time or over years, don't pay them attention, don't take an interest in them, you're there purely on a functional level, you don't show gratitude, you don't show support, you're not physically attentive, so giving affection or using words that are positive and uplifting and affirming, eventually your relationship is going to die out because no one can live in a relationship space or an environment indefinitely where they are feeling invisible, like they're not feeling they're being seen or heard by you as a partner or from a family dynamics perspective. And ultimately what happens is the relationship breaks down because that person cannot be in that environment anymore because all they desperately want is to be loved and valued and being seen in the relationship. And so eventually they walk away from the relationship or they exit the relationship. And it's very simple, the little things that you can do to turn this around, and that is find daily little things, daily little interactions or behaviors that say to your partner or your children or your family dynamic, I love you, I care about you, I appreciate you, I value you, and you mean something to me, and to show it every day in little ways. When it comes to the workplace, we can neglect relationships in the workplace as well. So, for example, with employees, if we don't take an active interest in our employees and that they are more than just working hours and working deliverables, but them as a person and their growth and their development and helping them upskill themselves and seeing them holistically, or if we don't take an interest in our customers and the feedback from customers and how to improve that experience, or to work much more effectively with vendors or suppliers so that together the value chain is much more effective and value added.